Good evening, Twitch. I'm Coffee with Sil, and I'm here with my wonderful co-caster, Duudettes. How's it going, Duudettes?
Happy President's Day,
Yeah,
I guess.
happy President's Day. I know lots of people who did not have it off, but some did, and that's a shout out from my dog, Henry. He's excited
hello,
about
Henry.
this game, too.
Very cool. Yeah, we're going to see a Division C West, correct? Is it C West battle between the U.S. Army Esports and Team TBD, which I was like, who is the team? Oh, it's called Team TBD. So cool. Yeah, this is their third match of the Nexus Gaming Series season. So what do you think we're going to get?
I'm not sure, but I'm just excited because one, we're friends with Team TBD, and two, casting the U.S. Army Esports team, I think is something special for me. At least I have a lot of military connection in my family, so shout out to military folks out there in the Nexus. I'm very excited to be out here supporting you tonight.
Yeah, the team captain told us that it's made up of active duty National Guard or active duty National Guard and reservists. Mm-hmm. So if you fit the bill, you too can join a U.S. Army Esports team in the Nexus Gaming Series. And they seem to be doing pretty freaking well. They won the last two matches that they've had so far in the Nexus. So they probably are a very well disciplined, oiled machine.
Yes, I think that this team has been around for a while. I had some insider info from another caster saying that they're a very fun team to cast, so something to look forward to.
And then on the other side, we do have Team TBD, who's just really looking for their first win. So let's see if maybe that happens for them here as well.
That'd be amazing. And I know that this is a new team this season in Div C, so they're just getting their feet wet. I know that some of them have played together on another team before, but in all, as a team, this is a brand new team for Div C.
So growing pains, we'll say it's that.
We know how that goes.
Exactly. We all been there. Very cool.
Let's go ahead and look over at our map picks and map bans.
All right. What do we got?
Well, we have Cursed Hollow, Alterac pass banned out by U.S. Army Sports, and then TBD elected to ban out Tomb and the Spider Queens and BOE. And we're going to be going over to Infernal Shrines for our first map tonight, which is, I think, a really popular map to go to for the first game. It's pretty fun. A lot of people like this map. Different ways to play it. It's tricky with camp timing. What do you think?
I mean, it's kind of like it's one of the more neutral maps to play on. We see it played on all levels of play from the top to the bottom in Storm, CCL, and you know, however low the divisions go. So it's a fun macro map with lots of camps that can apply pressure and do some push work. And then you have the Punisher that everyone's vying for. So it seems like such a more neutral of the macro maps. I understand the bans on the U.S. Army side. Those two maps, Alterac and Cursed, tend to be a little bit more difficult for rotations and spread out and just annoying, right?
All right, let's get to our draft scene. These teams are ready to go.
And then Team TBD did ban Tomb of the Spider Queen, which not too unusual. Don't often see it. Maybe it's because it's a little bit smaller map, so there's a lot more fighting. And then by banning BOE, they're taking off one of the 2-lane maps, which is always the 2-lane maps are the brawlier maps. So again, maybe they would rather play the macro versus the team fights.
Exactly. What kind of bans do you expect out of these teams?
Well, it's always interesting to first see if they're going to do target bans or if they're going to do the meta bans. And it looks like they're starting off with a meta ban, which is Stukov. Tell me, how much do you hate Stukov?
Oh my, I love when Stukov is on my team. I do not like playing against Stukov unless we have something to specifically deal with it, because boy, that can lock down a team and just win a team fight by bursting down whoever gets stuck in his puddle. It's very difficult to play into.
Even with the changes to his puddle, I still feel like it's very effective. I think I play Stukov a lot. I think the one thing that maybe changes the resets being a little bit more harder to get.
Then we see Johanna being banned out on the side of U.S. Army Esports. That's a pretty meta ban too. She's just in a really strong spot right now. They could have a Johanna player on the other side. Actually, I know they have a Johanna player on that side, so it could also be a target ban.
Very cool. And then we have a Tassadar ban on the side of Team TBD. Interesting. I guess.
Could be a target ban, but also Tassadar is very good at helping secure the objective. He has a lot of AoE damage, and depending on what build, burst damage coming out. He's a solid mage, and that wall can help secure kills as well, or peel for his team.
I was just thinking mostly about the wall, because you can keep the people in that shrine, and if they're trying to escape. Then we see a Sylvanas ban on the side of Army Esports. Again, kind of like a meta ban, I think. Not sure if there's anybody on the side of TBD that plays that, but it's a good solid ban.
Agreed. And Cypher goes ahead and picks up Tychus on the side of Team TBD. I think this is one of his comfort picks.
Or maybe he's saying, I dare you to go Diablo into me. So it's almost like getting a free ban.
It's a taunt on the side of Team TBD. Oh, and
okay.
US Army Esports is like, I will take that.
Yes, Unicycle, yay, gets it, picks up the Diablo, and we see Fracture pick up the Diva. So he was like, I'm not afraid of your Tychus. Let's see how that plays out. I'd be very interested to see.
Lots of lockdown on the side of US Army Esports.
Definitely want to see if Cypher goes the bigger they are at 4.
Ooh, Brightwing and Garrosh being picked up.
Interesting. Brightwing, a great counter to Diablo when he queues in. He just won't be able to press any buttons if you get that the poly off in time. And I can't remember if Diablo and Garrosh counter each other or not. I think they always have like a weird dance in most games I've seen.
I agree. And seeing this Hogger band, that makes a lot of sense. I don't know. I do know who plays Hogger on the side of Team TBD. I'm not going to say because teams should do their own research, but that is a solid ban in general for this map in particular because of the objective control. He can just keep spinning and plinking away at those the OBJs, the little minion dudes. I can't remember their names.
Yeah, if you line it up correctly. Then we see Team TBD going ahead and banning the Anduin so that if Garrosh gets a toss off, there's no pulls to save that person.
Exactly. Simeon picking up the Deckard, and I love this name, Heathcliff, with the way it's spelled, on the Chromie. So lots of poke damage coming out from the side of US Army Esports.
Yeah, the Chromie definitely allows them to secure the objective from a distance. So we'll see if maybe Team TBD counters, maybe an Asmodan or a Li Ming, or a Jaina.
Or a Jaina and a Dahaka. Let's go with that. 2 globals on the side of Team TBD.
Yeah, the Dahaka is definitely going to come in handy with his global abilities. He can pretty much harass Chromie depending on how Diablo and Diva choose to engage Team TBD.
All right. Will they let the counterweight down for maximum psychological effect? And I think they will.
It's the best way to go.
Surefire picks up that Zul'jin single target damage.
It's actually not a bad pick because there's no blinds on the side of Team TBD. Obviously, the one thing to be questioning is going into Garrosh with the armor, but he can always go Q build, which it does do armor reduction, I believe, at 16? I can't remember. I haven't played Zul'jin in a while.
It's been a while, yeah.
Don't quote me on that. But still a scaling hero, so he's going to be a little bit ineffective early on. Same thing for Chromio, scaling hero as well. So TBD, I don't know, seems to have a pretty solid comp. I think I like their draft a little bit more. Not gonna lie.
What do you think, chat? Let's see if anyone has any opinions.
Wait, and they almost have complete portrait synergy except for Chauncey. Chauncey's disappointing me right now.
Reported, Chauncey?
Chauncey's been reported.
All right, let's go ahead and start with the home team over here. Heathcliff on the Chromie, and over here Diablo on Unicycle. Yeah! Zul'jin is being played by Surefire, and we have Fracture on that Diva. And Simeon, did I say Deckard? We cannot forget the Deckard. All right, and go ahead and take it away on the side of Team TBD.
All right, on Team TBD, we have their Captain Chauncey on the Dahaka, Cypher on the Tychus, this guy on Gary, Garrosh, Greek Fire on the Brightwing, and Saralath cleaning up with the Jaina.
All
Make sure
right.
that I zoomed out with Z so I can see more.
That's what I did right now.
All
See
right,
what they're going
I
to do
am
for the
zoomed
mid
out.
scuffle. I like seeing Diva up here. She's wanting to get that extra soak, denying Team DBD that first wave up top.
Yeah, they went right ahead to soak top, and they had a good placement of or positioning of Team TBD, but unfortunately for them, the Chromie has, what is it? She drops her visuals, and then they also have good eye spying with the Dorito by Deckard. So, good idea, but it didn't work out. I like it, though. I like that he's trying to have vision and have control of these bushes here.
I have to say, I was impressed with Team TBD. They managed to go ahead and get that box soak. You saw this guy, I like that name, going for a bush, and then Chromie scouting it out with a time trap over there. Time trap very valuable on this map, and Chromie does pick up the 3 extra traps, which will give them more vision, and sometimes help deny rotation if she's able to catch one of the enemy teams in it.
So Army Esports getting the camp pretty much right away, but they sort of ended up getting it at the same time. I wonder if that's they just don't have the burn as fast on the side of Army Esports. Then we see Dahaka and Diva battling it out middle with the camps, while we see the 4-man in the bottom lane just posturing, really. There's nothing going on.
I think they're really trying to avoid scuffling with the other team, just for the fact that they do have a big throw out on Fracture, and there's lockdown. Diva will be going down first blood onto the side of Team TBD here in mid. Well played.
It did cost them the bottom camp, but they're still a half of a level lead up, so it's probably worth it in the long run. The play that they did to get the Diva out and get her out of soaking as well, because she's going to miss top lane while Chauncey goes up top to soak that wave.
All right, let's take a look at these talents. Anything sticking out for you?
I don't know. I didn't click on it yet. Well, I was kind of looking forward to seeing the bigger they are on the Tychus level 4. It's just so much better at burning away the Diablo, who's just going to constantly have an increasing health pool. Instead, he's stacking in the rhythm, so we'll see how well that works out for them. We do see the Zul'jin picking up sort of the Grievous Throw build. Again, probably trying to counter the Garrosh's armor that he just has because he's just a cool guy.
A super cool guy.
Super cool. He's just like, I'm Garrosh, I get armor.
All right. U.S. Army Esports is beating Team TBD to this objective and trying to get an early start on this. But if you take a look up here at top lane, you have this big camp. The Shaman is healthy. It has a wave in front of it. It can get a lot of value if U.S. Army Esports doesn't address that. However, they're doing a great job of burning this objective. They're more than halfway done at this point.
Diva Bomb does come out. Oh, she was in a little bit of trouble. Kills a couple of minions. I think what they were trying to do is to get their 7s, but instead they decided to come back down. Well, what a throw by Garrosh, taking the Jaina. Oh, the Diva's just fearless, man. She's back in there, even without the bomb to explode and save her a little bit.
And U.S. Army Esports is able to get this first objective, and it's a Frozen Punisher, and we all like the Frozen Punisher best because John Cena shuts down the structures with the frozen power.
Yeah, so we almost saw Greek Fire in a little bit of trouble there, getting hit by the Punisher, just missing the Dorito by Deckard. Got out alive.
Oh, big stun out on Cypher, but he's able to walk away from that.
It's a really strong combination, the Dorito with the Diablo. Like, they're really, Simeon and Unicycle Yay are really synchronizing their talents so that they can get the maximum value of their CC.
Oh, big tongue coming out on Chauncey. Let's go. He said, this Zul'jin is tasty. I love troll for dinner.
Again, this is the advantage of having a Dahaka who's a global hero who can just come in and help the fights when needed. So that's just going to lead Team TBD to want to invade the camps on the side of Army Esports. Big
Deckard Dorito coming out. No. Saralath gets thrown out and saved by the garage. Simeon wants blood! And yes! Oh, instead!
Honestly, that might have cost them the camp, because when you chased the Jaina, you weren't healing your Diablo, who was desperately in need of health on the point, so he falls to it, and they give the camp up. Oh goodness. Hello?
A pause?
We are paused.
Oh no, technical issues. Luckily, I think both teams super chill, patient with each other. I love the NGS community.
No, isn't a sure thing every time. So when you have a potato, or if you have a hamster that needs to be fed, you got to go take care of that.
We know how that is. We have a couple of friends that have some hamsters running in their computer. They need to upgrade to the hamster 2000, right?
Exactly. Or do an expansion. Get yourself a second hamster. Something like that.
Exactly. We can go ahead and talk about these talents. I like seeing this gem build coming out from Simeon on the Deckard. The anti-heals being picked up for that level 7 talent to help negate any Z in from that right wing.
Yeah, you know, honestly, that's definitely part of what you want to do. You want to negate that as much as you can. But if the Brightwing's playing in a safe position, it really won't affect it. I think what's interesting is that Team TBD did not win the point, but they're still up 9-7, have a decent level lead. So they're going to get their ult here first. So it's a question of how they want to approach this next altar, and then maybe even when they get their ults, if they just want to go at the other team.
Yep.
And take advantage of that. They do have 4 kills to none on them. So I say go for it, boys.
All right. Let's see what's going on. Nothing much exciting going on right now. Just clearing out lanes, getting camps.
I'm up to the Army Esports, just kind of getting their safe camp up top. I probably would have loved to see them hold that a little bit more, because the objective is bottom, and you want to kind of have something pushing while you're trying to force the entire enemy team on the bottom. But I understand why they wanted to get it, because they're so behind on levels. TBD now has level 10.
I think we just saw a little bit of a miscommunication. They were worried because they didn't see where TBD didn't see where U.S. Army Esports was, and so they were waiting for this camp, even though they do have 10s.
Oh,
big taunt out on Heathcliff, and Heathcliff does go down through the Jaina Blizzard. Well played.
Oh, goodness. An attempted invasion by the Diablo had some follow-up from the Zul'jin, but the other team just got split with the Garrosh in the middle, missed stopping any other movement from Simeon. Also, very tough to sort of invade when you're down your ults. You saw the ults come out on the side of TBD.
Oh, big throw out onto Unicycle. Yeah, but they walk away.
I was waiting for the Cypher grenade, and it never got thrown, or maybe it got thrown first. I don't know.
Yeah, I think he threw it early. I'd have to watch the replay again, because, you know, you hear for that splash sound. Oh, big engage out, but in double. Wow.
Out with their ults, immediately engage on the Apocalypse, followed up by the Dorito, followed up by the Sleep, followed up by the Slowing Sands. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Big taunt coming out, and Diablo does go in. Wow, what a counterplay by the side of Team TBD.
Diablo went full force, all in on the Jaina, who stepped up a little bit too far, which put her at such a bad spot, but eventually getting the counter kill with the Diablo, and also taking his souls.
Big tongue out by Chauncey, pulling in. They're going to manage to secure that mech from Fracture on the Diva.
The Odin to get some more damage out here, maybe get some people to back off his wonderful Gary.
Let's see. Big fight. Ellie is out doing work on Surefire. Big pots coming out from Decker, but it is not enough to save the Zul'jin. This guy looking a little bit low, but as you know, Garrosh just gets more stuff. But Chromie is in that flank position, able to finish off with a Q. These are some sweaty fights, Duudettes.
Oh my goodness.
Big Diva Bomb coming out by Fracture, but Chauncey able to burrow away to safety.
Mostly zones. They were on a
Oh my gosh, it's so sweaty, and Team TBD secures the objective.
It was so close. You would think, oh my goodness,
Oh,
it
wow.
was so close. That's why the Diva Bomb comes in handy so much on this objective. It really helps them clear a lot of the monkeys, but it just wasn't fast enough and enough in time. TBD secures the altar and the mortar punisher.
Yeah, it's the mortar punisher this time. Big stun coming out onto Unicycle, yeah, by John Cena. But I think that Team TBD is going to be able to secure this bot structure. Oh, big kill! Wow, I didn't even notice that. This guy over there denying the Diva rotation, saying, we're just going to kill you. This is our lane.
Trying to flank, she's just a little bit too exposed, and I don't know, it's kind of scary to flank up on a garage, if you ask me. With the death of Diva, it allows Team TBD to go ahead and steal once again Army Esports.
I'm curious, would a Diva take at 10 micro missiles? I've seen really successful Diva flanks when they take Bunny Hop because they're unstoppable and it stuns them, provides your team with a little bit of CC. Micro missiles does do that, but it's only a slow, but it has an incredibly low cooldown.
Yeah, I've seen it too. I'm kind of becoming a fan of the Bunny Hop. So, but I think you just have to know how to play those flanks a little bit better. It feels like the U.S. Army might be focusing a little too much on the flanks, which is leaving their backline so overly exposed. Diablo just maybe needs to be a tiny bit more aware of what's going on behind him because his teammates are falling to the Haka tongues.
It looked like they were trying to look for a flank on Chauncey, but Team TBD is sniffing them out.
Yeah, Team TBD is just living on the map side of US Army. They have great pressure in the bottom lane and in the middle lane. In fact, they could probably just go ahead and secure this middle fort.
I think this is the right call. I'm glad that they weren't looking at that camp up top because that would be a pre-16 fight and it wouldn't net them that much.
Poly. That was actually an incredible poly, stopping the Diablo from coming in and doing any damage. He does have his APOC up, so he could have APOC'd, and that would have been a really gross one right there.
Can I say something? I've got to say it. Great Fire was on fire.
He nailed that poly.
I like
Diva getting caught again by the Gary.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Gary denying that rotation. Whoa! And Diva is going down again. 16s are going over to the side of Team TBD.
Yeah, that was a 16-13 engagement. Zul'jin tried to help by throwing out a net, which is cute. But as soon as I saw that route by the Jaina, you know that the level advantage is really to the disadvantage of U.S. Army Esports.
You can see the call being made here to go ahead and get that structure so they can get pressure out on top. I like this call. Especially when you have a global soaker like Dahaka. He can be up there and, however long it takes to bushwalk up there. And suddenly it becomes 4v5.
Yeah, he does have it up. Yeah, he does. Uh-oh.
They're looking to get an early start here on objective. Chromie hitting a time stop on this guy, but this guy just able to walk away. Oh, Cypher in a very aggressive position. If the other team had seen that, they could have easily capitalized on getting a wallbang there from the Diablo, but he walks out. A-okay.
I really wouldn't mind U.S. Army just disengaging here and just going ahead and getting their 16s because they are fighting 17-14. It's a definitely huge disadvantage to them. They're pulling out all their ults, and it's just very difficult because nothing's dying.
And they weren't really able to catch up on the objective minions here. Look at that Ellie just hanging out in the swamp of sadness, put down by Heathcliff.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of value for them to get here. I just feel like it's not the smartest move, going in 15-17.
Big taunt coming out on Unicycle, yeah, and he does go down. They have such incredible point control with that Garrosh.
It's truly the lead, the level lead is what's doing it for them. Absolutely expected for them to get this Punisher. They could have been soaking bottom lane. They could have been soaking top lane. I just wish they had done something more. Get something out of that when you know you're already at a disadvantage.
I love this guy's aggressive positioning. He's saying, this is our area, get out. Someone once told me the way you play Garrosh is you ride around on your mount looking important, and it just scares people away. And that's pretty much what they did. I like that they just gave the structure. They're pulling them in there so that they can safely clear it.
Yeah, and they're using their entire 5-man to clear this Punisher, losing Soak Bottom, losing top fort to Dahaka. I think they could be fine just the 4 of them defending it.
But one thing is now that they're the same talent tier and they are fighting under that, and kills will give them a lot of XP to catch up if they can get them.
Well, Dahaka joins the battle, so this team is not completely outnumbered. Well, technically they are, because they are down 1 person.
They want blood.
Helping them to disengage. Army Esports does get their...
This is a very bold move right here. But let's see, it looks like they're going to be able to secure that camp.
Yeah, taking advantage that the Jaina has fallen and the Dahaka showing top, so they know that it's only a 3-man that they'd have to worry about. And I actually appreciate that Team TBD didn't want to engage, that they understand their lead is very precious. They're about to hit 19s. They're going to be at 20s during the next engagement with the enemy team. So, fine. It's all good.
Top holding on by a thread. Chauncey just biding his time in a bush, waiting for that wave to come in. This is a very aggressive, very aggressive flank right here.
They want the diva once again and see if they can get her. Oh, the taunt just misses her. Good for her. She got that Q off just in time. We have a lot of camps on the blue side pushing towards red buildings, so they have to rotate down to handle that.
And you can see right here, U.S. Army Esports is looking for a fight. This is their last chance to fight before 20. And they want it.
This Deckard silence doesn't hit anyone. I do appreciate that you're doing it from the bush. It's very, very hard.
Yeah, that was a blind stay a while.
Yeah.
And totally understandable, because if Team TBD had gone in there, they'd be caught and they'd still get the camp.
Still looking to pick a fight. That APOC target is the Tychus, who's just getting everything thrown at him. His Unstoppable comes out to help a little bit with that, but you know what? I think they're going to get the kill.
Yeah, they are.
Instead.
Water Ellie's still doing work down here. Sarah Lath in a lot of trouble, and he does go down from the Chromie.
Oh, goodness. 2 fights happening at the same time. So you would say that they engage on the Diablo under the tower is actually not so bad. They did trade. They probably would have wanted to have had just the one kill on their side, but not complete, kind of successful. I don't mind it. It's ballsy.
Totally ballsy. Our shrine is up in 10 seconds, and we have, I think they'll be up in time to contest, but not on the side of Team TBD. Oh, we've got Invisible Friends out from Greek Fire. That's such a fun talent.
Team TBD already complete and total control of this altar. Still got to wait for the Zul'jin to spawn in order for Army Esports to even engage. They're also, if they're choosing to engage here, they're going to be down a talent tier. They're down to the 20s that Team TBD has. The problem here is that this Punisher could potentially get that keep and maybe some of that core. So it's a tough one to let go.
I think Chromie just trying to safely poke from this bush. They're not going to be able to secure it. You see Diva top here trying to get them 20, which is exactly what you were saying. You want to see them go ahead and make up that experience. And they have a camp pushing up there, so I think that they'll be able to secure that 20 in time, hopefully, to defend. Let's see if Team TBD is going to be able to create a win condition here by getting bot.
I love the Dahaka and the Diva cross paths, but the Dahaka was invisible, so nothing could happen. See the Odin come out to do some siege damage. It's such an advantage of why you go Odin, so you can get maximum value when you have a Punisher absorbing all of those hits. He's got incredible range. Just keep hammering at the buildings, hammering at the enemy team. It's just great.
It's really big damage. They see that they've got their win condition and they decide to back off.
Because they see the Diva. The Diva, of course, their fifth man, so they have a 5-man down bottom, and we have the Dahaka still kind of pushing out the waves, applying more pressure on Team Army Esports.
You can see Team U.S. Army Esports knows that they're here being scouted out by the level 1 Chromie talent.
Very useful on this map. There's so many bushes, so many ganking opportunities, so many mystery places where an entire team could be. So it's actually a pretty useful talent here. We have all the whole 5-man of U.S. Army Esports in the bottom lane.
Yeah.
Looking to pick up something.
But I think they know better than to fight under that camp, which is basically like having another hero plinking away at you.
So instead they go middle to clear the camp that was secured earlier by Team TBD, and Team TBD secures yet another camp that they're going to have to clear middle.
This is the part of the, oh my gosh, we have a lot to lose part.
Mm-hmm.
But USE Army Sports needs to take a structure, I think, to help relieve some of the pressure that they have on their lanes.
Yeah, it's sort of the problem with their draft. They don't have a lot of great siege heroes. Like, Chromie really needs to step very, very, very close to get any damage done. And you just see that Team TBD has painted most of this map red. Most control of the map, too. So it's a little tough one. And since you don't know where the other team is, it makes it very difficult to step up.
Exactly. We just saw Diva boost away like, I want none of this. I don't see the rest of their team. And she's out.
Yeah, they're definitely sniffing for her over here on the side of Team TBD.
It's a secret. You can't see Brightwing or Cypher.
You can't. They're just invisible. But now you can. Just kidding.
Oh, no! What a gank. What a use of invisible friends right here. And Fracture is going to go ahead and go down. Let's see. Oh, it's so close. And secured by Greek Fire themselves. We know that's a tiny murder dragon right there.
Fabulous bush gank on the side of Team TBD, being patient, waiting for that Diva to sort of walk into them. She has the missile talent. I just wonder why she's not using it to sort of scout out these bushes. It's so useful. That's the one useful thing about it, is that it is a more ranged ability that she in her kit than her other attacks. So
that is an excellent point.
She could be using that, and because otherwise, I don't think she has anything else really to scout out these bushes. That's when I would say that's the reason why to get that talent on this map.
All right. Team TBD getting an early lead. They have incredible clear, especially with the Jaina. Jaina's one of the best clear in the game, in my opinion.
I love clearing with Jaina. I love the level 4 talent, or 7 talent that Sarah Lathwind Ice Flows. It's one of my favorites when I play her. Obviously, I love that she also can root. So when you put the root on a cooldown with Ice Flows, it's just such deadly and such bursty useful for any team fight.
Exactly. You see them zoned out a little bit by a Decker Dorito. They're giving a little bit of breathing room for Chauncey down here in bot. Look at how close he is to core. He's going to go ahead and clear this way. It's going to give a lot of power to these catapults to put catapult pressure on the core. And he's like, nope, I'm not coming. We're just going to go ahead and see if we can get this.
This guy
look at this Chauncey.
So much damage. He got APOC'd, he got netted, he got slept, but his Unstoppable just got him out of that situation, and his healer just saving his life time and again. Just fearsome. I would never want to go against him with a Garrosh. Like, I'm making notes. If I ever see him in Storm League, not letting Garrosh through. This is incredible for this guy.
This guy. Can you believe it? This guy. That's going to be so fun to say all night.
Incredible plays by him, zoning out the team and securing the Arcane Punisher.
I just want to say, look at U.S. Army Esports core right here. The work that Chauncey did on it while they were taking that objective. Incredible.
It was great use of the fact that they could control the point, and they knew that they didn't need to stay on it. They didn't need to overstay. They were down a person. Let Chauncey burrow in and help them out with a team fight, so it's a fair 5v5, and allowed them to get the Arcane Punisher.
John Cena doing work, but they're doing a lot better job getting that Arcane Punisher cleared out. What they needed to do is kind of draw it away if possible, and that's what they're trying to do, but top does go down, giving Team TBD another win condition up there.
Now it's going to be just incredible pressure for U.S. Army to really deal with here. Top
Once again,
and bottom, just getting those minions.
You got those Katas down on bot again. They're going to have to address that. You see D.Va already rotating. Make sure to be able to relieve that pressure.
And again, it's at this late point in the game that you want to be rotating as a 5-man, but when you're off laner, the D.Va has to keep clearing these catapults from the pressure. You're just at a disadvantage in engagement.
Oh, big Hellgate out onto Chauncey, but Chauncey's able to burrow away.
Good eye on Unicycle, yay. Like, Chauncey was definitely a little bit further up, but it's so hard to grab a Dahaka like that when you just need a little bit more CC. He doesn't have really any follow-up CC other than the net by the Zul'jin, which I think is a little too far away.
Yep, ulti coming out by Cypher. Are they looking for a fight? Let's see. I think they are. Big tongue out on the D.Va. Fracture's mech goes down. Unicycle wanting to go in. Big sleep out from the Decker. The Swamp of Sadness is run. Chromie is just plinking away, and Greek Fire goes down. Big fight coming out. So far, it's a trade. Let's see what they're going to do with this.
More people are dead on the side of Team TBD. That is such the worst place you ever want to fight, a tight corridor like that with the CC that U.S. Army has, which they have more than what I initially realized.
Huge time stop coming out from Heathcliff, getting caught in the Decker Dorito. Yeah, Unicycle, goes down, and so does Zul'jin.
Wow.
But
I wasn't really sure why Team TBD was choosing to re-engage there, but look, it worked out because what they were also doing is stalling, because the middle keep on the side of U.S. Army Esports is going to fall soon.
There's no way they were going to be able to clear that. Now they have pressure in all 3 lanes. Cypher down here just waiting to see for his homies to come in. You never want to be without homies when you're an assassin like that.
Exactly.
Taking damage here, but I think they'll be able to clear that off.
Applying a lot more pressure bottom lane, middle lane, and then maybe going up top to get us a couple more camps. This Punisher could end the game for U.S. Army Esports, meaning they would have their core fall. It's going to go straight to it if they can't secure this. Big
flank coming out from the side of Team TBD, but Decker comes in and says sleepy time. Saralath getting caught out and does go down from the Deckard.
They do trade once again. Oh, the Dahaka with the tongue on the Chromie, but she gets out. It's her Sans, not his. The root on the Tychus.
Wow.
By the Zul'jin. This guy just throws him out.
I think they go core now. They go core.
They have 2 people down. You do have a huge advantage here.
You've got Katas. You've got a camp going here. What are they going to elect to do? They're going to play it safe and start the objective. I mean, those are big death timers right there. They can get a huge lead on the objective and just push to win. That is a guarantee win if they get this objective.
Yeah, they really don't need this objective. They could have just ended already by now, because of what's up right now to defend on the top on the side of U.S. Army Esports. It's a Chromie and a Zul'jin and a Decker. That's not enough. They basically have no front line. Really, it's a safe bet, but
understandable.
You know.
What a sweaty game. I love it.
So not much on the side of U.S. Army Esports that they can do. They're just going to have to end up maybe trying to lure the Punisher to a different area. I don't know.
It's really the only possibility, I think. Oh, big time stop out on poor Fracture over there.
Everyone on their own team.
Big stun coming out by Garrosh, but he doesn't want to walk into the Swamp of Sadness there. Nobody does.
Oh, goodness. We saw the isolation come out and land on the Diablo. I think that's the first time I've noticed the isolation landing on somebody. But I think it's the leaves have spoken. It's a little tough one here for U.S. Army Esports to defend.
Oh, big APOC coming out. catches a couple of Team TBD, but it is not enough.
Unicycle, yay! Almost getting that Jaina. Oh, goodness. Right there next to her.
GG, well played from both teams.
Good job. I sort of saw it with the draft on the side of Team TBD. Just felt so much stronger with what they were going to do. It's Army Esports needed to scale to be more effective, and they were just having problems just keeping up with the soak. The Dahaka was just constantly pushing back lanes and then joining the fights at the right time, landing the tongues, securing the kills, which just made that XP gap just bigger and bigger.
Yeah, GG to both teams. Take a look at these scores right here. Pretty even with the Tychus and the Chromie damage there. But boy, look at Dahaka doing work down there.
Oh, absolutely. Almost 40k XP, 40k XP, really impressive. No deaths. You have the diva falling a lot of times because the 4-man team on Team TBD kept rotating and grabbing her, and that's kind of free XP if you can get a well-oiled machine of a team to do that. It's never a bad thing to go try to gank the offlaner as much as you can.
Exactly. And anything sticking out with these talents?
Well, as we discussed, the Zul'jin ended up going sort of the Q build to deal with the Garrosh. It just really wasn't enough. The Chromie build, I mean, I think you know a little bit more about Chromie than I do. Not very familiar with this build in particular. It just feels like it's not maximizing her damage output if you're not doing one of the scaling talents, I guess.
This is not a build that I play, but I've definitely seen other Chromies play this build before. Yeah,
I've seen it too. I'm just not that familiar with it. Obviously, she had the most damage, but she's also throwing out everything she can at all times. I don't know. It's a tough one.
All right. They want to go to Braxis. I'm going to go ahead and update this map poll right here. So, let's see. I got to...
Oh, hey. And Heroes
they
never
won. And then we're going to go to Braxis. Holdout. There we go.
And Braxis Holdout. It's a 2-lane map.
Let's go.
Do we know? Did they bother to tell us this?
Yes. U.S. Army Esports picked it.
Interesting. So they were sort of the ones that kept banning all of the macro maps. So maybe this is exactly what they want. This is their forte of wanting to fight.
All right. Just sending out messages to them and waiting for that lobby link to come out. What kind of things do you like to see on Braxis?
Well, I think that the Diva's not a bad pick on the Braxis because she can do so much wave clear if you're having to defend that wave of the Zerg coming at you. I think that was a little bit of what U.S. Army lacked was some damage for that Punisher and wave clear in general, which was just, I think that's why it's a little bizarre. I'm not sure I understand why. I always feel like with a Chromie you have some wave clear, but maybe it's not as much as you would hope. So
yeah, definitely less than a Jaina's wave clear for sure.
Yeah, because I mean, I play Jaina more than I play Chromie, and I know that it's very easy and fast to clear those waves with a blizzard and a cone, and you're on to the next lane. So I would be curious to see if they'll focus a little bit more on that, because that clearly was their weakness this time around. And then on the side of Team TBD, I don't know. I think what they need to work on is their positioning. They're just maybe getting caught a little bit too much out of place, and it's allowing the enemy team to launch an engage that could potentially cause the death of one of their teams. So,
all right, we do have a lobby link up here.
Oh, well, can I join the game, please?
Let's get you in here. You're already in here.
Yeah, I made it. I'm on team 1.
Let's go. I love the lovely banter there. This guy says, sorry guys, I'm with the army now. That's what happens when the teams get swapped around. We all know how that goes in lobbies.
The joining of the lobbies never being like synergized.
Yep. I'm wondering if we're going to be seeing some target bans going on in this game. What do you think?
Yeah, like I think they played, their bans were pretty safe. So it didn't feel like it was at any specific person, but I mean, I would reconsider wanting to see this guy on Garrosh. I think this is still a really strong map for him. There's a couple of bushes he can stand in, and he can toss somebody over. So maybe I would probably look at that. Dahaka, I'm not sure it is as effective on this map as it would be on another one. Brightwing seems to be a pretty solid pick by Greek Fire, so makes sense if we see that one again, or maybe a ban, because I think those polymorphs, it's just so hard to play a hero like Diablo into a Brightwing, as you know.
Yep.
More than I do.
I want to see something spicy. What about Genji play? Or maybe Probius play for that point control? But that's just
that
me.
Would be spicy. That would be mixing it up a little bit. We'll
That's
see
right.
how they go. So yeah, like kind of understanding what their priorities are. They could also just say, you know what, we don't think we're going to have to defend this Zerg wave because we're going to just go 100% balls to the wall on going a brawl comp and just wanting to kill the opposite side. So there could always be that approach by either one of these teams in order to never have to deal with the Zerg wave.
Exactly. Let's see. It looks like we have a roster change-up. We know that both teams have bigger than a 5-man roster. So it looks like we have B. Meduo? How do you say his name? I know Silver Arrow told me, but I always see BM.
Meduo.
Meduo.
My only question is whether or not they can have this person called Fracture as an observer. I don't know what the... Okay.
Oh, yeah, Fracture.
I was going to say... I don't think that's possible that you can stay in here. What? Hello?
Oh, no.
They all rage quit?
No, come back. I think it has to do with them being in a party together.
Oh, okay. Got it. That makes sense. Yeah, we definitely don't... I don't think we can have a teammate, the 6th man, as an observer in any of these games because it just gives them too much of an advantage. As an observer, you're seeing everything.
Exactly. And when they watch it on stream, there's a 30-second delay. Oh, thank you, Spore420. Appreciate it. They said that we're great. That's very sweet.
Thanks, Spore. Very, very cool. Very cool.
Now it's even 1v5 me. I love this banter. So fun.
All right, we see the team. We had U.S. Army had to leave, so they came back in. We see them all lined up.
It looks like Fracture rotated out for Shrinks.
Oh, for Shrinks. Okay.
Yeah.
I was wondering who it was.
All right.
The Meduo came in for, I guess, Chauncey.
For Chauncey.
Oh, yeah, because I do remember him being an offlaner.
Oh, I don't want to say it. But could we see, a 3-for-1 character?
Maybe a 3-for-1? Perhaps.
I don't know.
I do remember that that's something that person plays.
Yep. Oh, we should not be giving out scouting secrets, but if they do their homework, they'll know. Always do your homework.
That's the worst. We shouldn't be doing that.
Shame on us. Reported.
Reported. Just mute us for the rest of the stream because we're giving away secrets.
Oh, yes. Hopefully someone will hat Saralath because I don't think Cypher wants to ban. I totally understand that pressure to ban correctly, especially if you're not really clear on what you want to ban. It can feel like a lot of responsibility.
Oh yeah, I've been there. I never liked what's going on, guys. Come back, please.
Oh no!
Hello.
Is the maybe the lobby's bugged? Oh, the client is messing up. I wonder if we're going to have to remake. There's a lot of bugs when it comes to lobbies.
Yeah, if they want to remake, we should definitely just go ahead and remake it.
I wonder if someone was opening up loot chests.
No! Don't embarrass me again. I only get so many loot chests. Oh,
all right, I'm going to tell them casters are ready. I don't know if you're allowed to stream through Discord, and I think we'd have to check with a mod. We are not mods, and we're not allowed to answer those questions. I'd have to look at those rules, but I think you might be able to watch a stream if you're muted, but I know there's differences between NGS rules and Nexomania rules, and I get them mixed up because we just finished our Nexomania season.
Yeah, like, I remember that you could do it, but you have to be deaf and muted or something.
Yes.
It just, I mean, if anything, Chauncey can come over here.
All right. I don't know if they did a countdown, but I guess they're ready to go. Let's go over to the draft scene. Hopefully everybody was ready. All right. Mr. Saralath there going to go ahead and figure out what he's banning. He's going to let it count down for maximum psychological effect. At least oh, no, he's not. Reported. Nobody wants the Russian in the game. They say no to Stuki Dookie.
Yeah, going ahead banning the Stukov right off the bat instead of choosing to play with him because I guess, again, Greek Fire, as we were told in chat, is a Brightwing god.
Oh, yeah, and there's that respect band. No more invisible friends for you, Team TBD.
Yup.
What shall they do? What do you think, chat? Sorry, Johanna. No gameplay for you. I think I see her in almost every ban.
Yeah, like you said, she's in such a good place right now. She's such an OP character. So, again, it's a meta ban here while U.S. Army's doing a little more targeted bans. And they're like, oh, I don't want to see the Brightwing. Do they say, I don't want to see ...
Maybe a garage ban? With love from Ukraine. No Anduin. I casted a game with Rocka last night, and I love what she calls Anduin, the fun police. So no fun police for Team TBD. But we do
see Cypher. Yeah, go ahead. Cypher going ahead and picking up the Tychus again. Like you said, it's a comfort pick, and he did pretty good. So I don't blame him.
Ooh, Falstad. Global being picked up on the side of U.S. Army Esports. I have feelings about Falstad on this map in particular. I think Falstad has one of the best ultis in the game. Gus can be so strong, especially at 20, but you don't always see teams getting to 20 on this map. Oh, look, Fracture's back in the game. I thought they had switched them out.
Oh, yeah, so Fracture picks up the Blaze. It's unclear if that's the tank Blaze or if that's a off-laning Blaze. But I was going to say, I think the Anduin ban, could it mean we maybe see a Stitches? Just trying to avoid that pull, I assume. That's why you ban an Anduin.
Oh, and then we see Greek Fire picking up the puppy. Woof, woof. Let's go, Rhaegar. And there's Saralath on the Sylvanas.
Even Rhaegar had some, nerfs to his kit. I think still kind of in a strong place. Those his slowing totems can be such a wreck on any team that's trying to engage anywhere. So it's a good counter engage for some of what we're seeing so far on the side of U.S. Army.
And having that baseline cleanse on your trait is so powerful, too. No Diablo. All right. Diablo can be a terror, pardon the pun, on the objective because of all the walls for potential stuns and flips and body blocking. He's actually really good in small spaces.
Absolutely. So even though it's a 2-lane map, so you're accumulating your souls a little bit slower, it sort of just becomes so perfectly brawly in that ring where there's the objective to be secured.
Yep, and no Lucio for the side of U.S. Army Esports. He can get a lot of value riding the walls on this map. Yeah, there's a comment in chat saying about healer bans, and I think you see that a lot. Unless you see target bans, healers can make or break a team. Ooh, Simeon picking up the Morales and Heathcliff on the Gul'dan. That's a lot of wave clear on the side of U.S. Army Esports.
Yeah, they're definitely not messing around with the wave clear on this map, making sure that they have the ability to provide that pressure in the lanes, taking down some buildings, and also clearing the Zerg. Because Tychus isn't the best at clearing the Zerg himself, but Sylvanas has some good wave clear. But, we'll see how this keeps going.
My wish has come true! The Lost Vikings! Let's go!
Lost Vikings being picked up by Bamaduho, and again we see this guy on the Garrosh. This is going to be a 3-man, I think, up top Lost Vikings, if I remember correctly.
I've seen some interesting splits with Lost Vikings on this map, depending on the level of the Vikings player. Let's see. Oh, and I like the pickup with that unicycle. Yeah! Took May. Great control, lots of slows, lots of stun potentials, great peel for their team. So that's a lot of lockdown on the side of U.S. Army Esports. I like it.
One of the things to deal with the Garrosh is to just slow him from approaching your team, and May kind of does that with her Q. She'll be able to throw some snowballs out there and stop him from walking up. Also, like the Falstad, I think his Q slows baseline anyway. So, and then you have the Morales able to boop him around. So I think they're definitely kind of preparing themselves for those engages by the big scary guy.
Oh, chat says, "Where's the Sergeant Hammer?" Weird.
Yeah, probably. That would have been fun.
That would have been super fun. All right, let's go ahead and announce these teams. Fracture playing that Blaze. Simeon on the Morales unicycle. Yeah! On that May. Surefire on the Falstad. And Heathcliff on the Gul'dan. Let's go ahead and take a look over here on the side of Team TBD.
So we have this guy again on the Garrosh, Saralath on the Sylvanas, Greek Fire healing on the Rhaegar, Cypher on the Tychus, and Bamaduho on the Olaf, Eric, and blah, blah, blah.
All right.
Baylog, there it is. It was on the tip of my tongue.
All right, let's see this initial bot scuffle. We'll give some love to those offlaners in a moment.
So they do send the Blaze top, so we have, you could have actually done either one of them. Because both May and Blaze can sort of service as an offlaner, so we see the Blaze doing that up top against those 3 pesky guys. This guy sort of poking at that bush, using his abilities to find the unicycle yay on the May.
All right, let's take a look at these talents really quickly. Q build on that Falstad and Corruption build on the Gul'dan. And there's the auto attack build for the Morales. Heat transfer and adrenaline stim pack. Nothing really sticks out to me for those talents in particular. What about the side of Team TBD?
Honestly, nothing unusual. We see press the advantage again coming out from the Tychus. We see Garrosh is stacking, going totem build on the Rhaegar. Percentage damage, or no, spell power percentage from Sylvanas.
Yeah.
And then some Baylog flash.
Ooh.
Waves.
This is so aggressive, seeing the teams go ahead and take their camps so early.
Yeah, it's unusual you see them actually take both of them at the bottom before the objective comes up. The one thing I will say, that the Vikings can be a fun hero on your team, but I do recall they're not the best lane clearers. They do have some difficulties with camps and big waves. So the hope here is probably that they secure the points so that they don't have to clear as much as the side of U.S. Army does.
To address what Spore 420 is talking about, Blaze is a curious choice. Blaze has been doing in a fairly well place doing off lane things. I see it often. But look at this advantage up here at top. Having 3 heroes, you can have one in lane still getting that. One of the Vikings does go down, and they can kind of like using a Rexar with Misha get on point, but Blaze can burn down these little guys. Let's take a look here in bot lane. They've got
a lot of brawling.
big pressure down here on bot with that camp. But
the one thing that's fun about the Garrosh is that he can just throw anyone that steps up to that point off of it, and they still secure it. So it's kind of fun to watch. He's just like, nah, this is my point, get off.
Yep. But I was going to say, I like the pickup of May, though, because she can use that Blizzard to help zone away, just like we're seeing right here. Cypher has to step up, but does get stunned. May going in, but will she make it out? Sarah Lath wants blood, but she has her trait up and is able to live through that and heal up.
This guy is a very, very hard garage to work against. I'm very surprised they allowed him to have this again.
Ooh.
Look how easy he's just
Big
tossing
throw out on
everyone.
Simeon, but I think Simeon is going to go ahead and walk out of that. We just saw the bird flying top.
So they know on the bottom lane that they have the numbers advantage. Just this guy's a little bit low health, and Greek Fire hasn't got a lot of mana to help heal that up.
I can
He
imagine.
actually didn't go the mana reduction at 4. He's going for electric charge. I probably would have done, I think it's a mana reduction at 4 or something. I can't remember what it is. It's a more healing talent.
I like the split off. I wondered if Surefire would stay later because guess what? Throwing that Q into 3 Vikings is a lot of stacks for your Falstad. But you do see Surefire rotating back down to join the 4-man in bot lane. Looking for an engage here. This guy really low, but baited into Unicycle. Gets into there. The D, and it is not enough, and they do go down. That is the danger of being bloodthirsty against a Garrosh. And U.S. Army Esports does secure this first full Zerg wave. Let's see.
The rotation of the Falstad really paid off for them here. That they were able to kind of push the Vikings off of top, and they were still able to push off the bottom people too. So it's peculiar how they won that because they didn't have the numbers bottom lane to secure, but I guess they just had the mana and the health upper hand.
This guy taking a lot of damage, having to back off a little bit. They do still have a very healthy wave here. I think they're going to be able to secure this bot structure. All
They
right.
don't need to put anything else here.
You need to give some love up top, I think.
Yeah, Fracture just was trying to hold on. He didn't have, I don't think his well was up, but now it is. Surefire flew up top to give him a little helping hand. They're chasing the cute one, Eric.
Eric, he's like, I want to play with you. Come back, little dude.
You just won't find him. He's the fast one.
Yep. All right, this wave's still going. But it looks like they're rotating top to secure kill and get a little bit of pressure. I like this choice that they're making. They couldn't really do much more bot, and they are getting structure damage here.
Yeah, that's normally what you see after the 4-man secures their fort bottom. They sort of switch lanes, sending the Blaze back bottom to continue to soak the wave, because he can soak it a little bit more safely than a 4-man can. And but at the same time, we always get camps during this phase.
Both teams electing to go ahead and pick up their camps and try to reestablish pressure. You do see a slight XP lead on the side of Team TBD. But Army Esports is up on structures.
Yeah, you see the 4-man up top for U.S. Army Esports. Falstad grabbing that camp, and then you see the response by Team TBD coming up top too.
Oh, big stun out on Heathcliff, and he does secure the toss, but May is able to stop that engage with a blizzard. They back off a little bit here. No picks.
It's really unfortunate because what we're missing on the side of Team TBD is an additional lockdown after the Garrosh tosses it. It's either going to come from the tomb, or it's got to come from somewhere else, or maybe like the Sylvanas ult at 10.
Or Purge.
There's mind control.
Ooh, May going in so aggressively.
Oh,
Big
no.
combo, but does not secure the stun, but they still go down.
All
Nope.
that poison damage on the Garrosh, you just can't heal through it.
I do think Sylvanas does scale really well later game with her damage.
I think so too. I do want to see mind control though come out on that side instead of the silencing arrow. That might help a little bit more. Maybe the silence arrow will help to sort of any engagements after a gust. We'll see what they choose.
All right. You can see the Vikings already trying to secure that spot immediately, but Fracture's onto them. Sees that they're not 3. He's going to try to get as much damage out there. Top is already picked up on the side of... Oh, big gust coming out.
Coming out.
Yeah, Unicycle is in a little bit of trouble, but Morales has their healing beam on there. The totem comes out, they're slowed down, but they are able to disengage safely. There's that zoning blizzard out. This guy looking for another throw. Surefire playing with fire, trying to step up, but I'm sure they have barrel up to get out.
Oh, they started back off from the point, which does allow Team U.S. Army a little breathing room to get it. But, you know, this guy does not give any breathing room at all. He flanks around the back, kills the Morales. They have no heals. He also does fall to the fall stat, leaving his team a little bit defenseless and running away. Oh, Saralath's trying to get that mind control and just doesn't land on that fall stat.
Let's take a look at these talents. Gust, Horrify, Stim Drone on the Morales, Ice Wall, and Bunker, the homie Bunker. You want to call out the ults on the other side?
Well, I just want to say you want to make sure that that team can synergize their ults, because there's a lot of anti-synergy that can occur. You could drop a wall while at the same time someone's gusting and horrifying, and then that's 2 ults for nothing. So they definitely need to be communicating on the side of U.S. Army Esports. On the side of Team TBD, oh, there's fighting up the top.
Yep.
You see the Odin coming out again. Great siege. The ancestral healing is incredibly useful for this guy because he does go in there and gets a lot of damage. This guy actually taking a different ult here. Instead of taunt, he was going decimate, which is a pain in the ass to fight against, in my opinion, because he could just decimate, twirl around 1, 2, 3 times, and you just can't get away. It's a great gap closer. You see the mind control on Sylvanas.
Just like that. Way to call it with the gap controller. Look at him zoning out the Morales, putting pressure on that backline so that they could burn down that Gul'dan, and they are successful, and he wants more. He's going in, but Unicycle says, nope, get out of here with their slide.
And then the last talent is the play again, which is where basically the little 3 guys can respawn. What's incredible about this guy, which is like I'm just enjoying watching him play as a tank, is that he just doesn't care about the other tank. He's just walking right past the Mei, walked right past the Diablo last match too, and he's just going straight for the backline to really get some damage done on them and neutralize the Team U.S. Army Esports.
You see them securing this top structure with black arrows. That's one of the biggest advantages to having a Sylvanas on your team, is being able to turn off those structures so that you can push. So they're getting pressure up top here. Zergwave is going down bot, but I think they're able to get some structure damage up here. So this is a great pickup for the side of Team TBD. But both 13s are up online. Let's see if they're looking for a fight here. But you can see, look at this. Meduo just being a pest here, trying to deny rotation. Homie Bunker is dropped down.
Really unfortunate split targets there on the side of Team TBD. You saw the mind control come out on the Mei, but they were really heavily focused on the Blaze, so they didn't have the damage of the Sylvanas on the Blaze to do anything. It's just unfortunate there wasn't better communication there.
Eric being #1 pest, speedy feet right here, trying to bait them out. Unicycle Yaz like, get out of here. Unfortunately, leashes the boss and takes a little bit of damage, but able to disengage safely. I love this positioning. Oh no, run!
Oh, no.
I think they're gonna Lost Viking is lost.
Oh, the Olaf goes down, the big chubby one. He can't run away that fast, that's why. It's like, just blame it on that. But, you know, it didn't matter because they still had Balog on the bottom soaking, and then they...
Big throw-out combination coming out, and Surefire goes down immediately. There's what you're talking about, that sticking power, using Decimate to slow that team up, allowing them to keep that pressure up with this bot camp. But Heathcliff is able to clear it very quickly with that corruption.
Yeah, you just don't want to be a ranged DPS getting anywhere near any of these bushes. You know that this is how this person works. This guy works. So it's like you don't want to be that person getting close enough. Yes, do exactly that, what a Unicycle just did. Poke it out, see where he's at. Make sure you know where he is at all times.
Throw out your range attack into bushes, know where the enemy is. That's the most dangerous thing, right?
I think it's just 100% knowing where he is. He's such the engager on that team, on the side of Team TBD. If you don't know where he is, you should be fearful. And he's just walking casually up towards Heathcliff.
Yeah, this Garrosh player knows their limits. Big Ancestral coming out already for this guy. Unicycle going... Unicycle, yeah, I can't forget the yeah part. Going ahead and securing this bot objective.
From the bottom, but he did kill one of the little Vikings.
Surefire flying in. Looking for a kill on a Viking, but I don't think they'll secure it. Oh, will Fracture get it? I want to see. Oh, he wants blood.
No,
the sidesteps, the jukes, and they're out, and we missed a kill bot. I'm reported.
You missed 2? There was a
Let's go.
You missed 3? Hello, I was watching. It was actually a chase under the tower to secure that Morales, who was just so desperate to get away from those decimates by Garrosh. There's nothing you can do, really. It's just unfortunate. And right after she fell, we saw the gold downfall as well. So now we see Team TBD going towards boss.
Yep.
It's sort of the advantage, like, once again, of having a Sylvanas on your side, because when you do engage in these fights, and if they happen to be underneath the enemy team's fort, you do have the ability to shut off that fort so that your Garrosh or your Tychus or whoever else is underneath those towers does not get aggroed. So really great, smart play on the side of Team TBD.
Very aggressive flank position here. They're looking for blood. Garrosh slowing Fracture down, but Fracture also has his own slow, the oil spell coming out, and able to jet away. This is a lot of pressure top. You have a boss and a full Zerg wave coming.
Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice the boss. He was blending in with the Zerg wave. I was like, wait, what? It's a lot to have to clear. Oh, mind control.
Big mind control going out, and Falstad does go down.
Oh, goodness. I think what we want to see is the May put the Blizzard a little bit further back so that it gets that backline and roots, the Sylvanas, the Tychus, instead of the actual target that's being...
big fear coming out on this guy.
Oh, no,
but Greek Fire is ready with that Ancestral heal there, so big heal's coming out. And I think we're seeing the end of this game. GG's.
Jeez, I don't even think it's an Ancestral here. It's just this guy's heals. That's only he got them every time. Really, honestly, incredible play on his behalf. Give him a lot of kudos. I am making notes. He's never playing Garrosh against me ever, 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 ever. Just
That's
really
right.
Incredible play by one player.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and message our teams.
Oh, yes! Let's go talk to them.
All right, let's hop over to, I think we can go to one of the lobbies, right?
Or
Let's go to the lobby too. Let's see if we can get them to pop in there.
Lobby 2.
Yes, please.
Get some members of Team TBD who just got their first win.
Yeah, amazing. What spicy games.
I mean, oh, hello. If you had told that they hadn't won a game yet, I would have said what?
Yeah. Wow. How does it feel for your first win for the season, Chauncey?
Pretty good. I was really happy with the way that our drafts went. I was really happy with the way we played. Our communication, I think, has improved quite a bit over the course of playing together, and I think that showed quite a bit during the match. We still have some things to improve. We still have some way to go, but it's definitely getting better. And I think it's a good start to the season, even with the 2 early losses.
Yeah, well played. Both games, just strong macros, strong team engage happening in both games. Is there a particular play that really stands out that you're like, yes, we nailed that?
I think if I had to say one kind of pog moment was towards the end. I think they were pushing top on Braxis, and the Garrosh toss into the instant mind control I thought was pretty sick. In terms of making that stuff work together, because especially Guy had excellent Garrosh play in that second game, because they drafted a comp that was like a lot of poke damage, some slows, which are bad for both are bad for Garrosh, and also a healer who is quite good at saving one person with the armor. in Morales, and he was still able to play very effectively through that. So that was just kind of a moment that encapsulated how well I think he sort of played in the Garrosh in that game.
Yeah, well played, and great job on that mind control, Saralath. I saw that.
Thank you very much. I was, trying to learn and follow up on my tank.
Very
Absolutely. I was wondering if you were going to go mind control or not, because it is such a needed extra kind of shutdown, because he did choose to not go taunt. He went decimate, which is just as annoying. So kudos on you guys sort of synchronizing and having a game plan on that map.
I know I've always played Arrow on 10, but I was recommended to switch to mind control, and I'm loving it. So just following what my team needs, and trying to be useful.
Good stuff, because I think it's also a shorter cooldown.
And not feeding on game 2.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say congratulations on 0 deaths, Saralath.
No death club.
It's definitely an improvement for sure. Keep it up, buddy.
Yeah, no, game 1 was a tough one. I was so annoyed.
You may have felt annoyed.
I got on the edge. I was right on the edge of that one record sleep, which murdered me.
Well, I wanted to ask, talk to me about sort of your ganks on the Diva, Chauncey. Was that something that you were calling out for your 4-man? Or, like, who was calling these things out? I assume maybe even this guy sort of is a very good shot caller, because he seems to be leading you guys a lot. But those ganks really came in handy.
Yeah, I think it was a nice just team effort in terms of calling that out. I was trying my best to communicate with this Diva here, was the Diva there. We knew if the Diva wasn't here, it's like the kind of known unknown quote, right? So like we know that she's not down to their team, we know that she's not top, so she's probably mid. Let's hunt for her, and then Guy would call to like, okay, like yeah, let's go after her. So it was just, again, like I mentioned earlier, sort of improved team communication that allows for those kind of plays.
Absolutely, and you kind of see it pay off. You guys really worked well, moved well, like a team, like a unit on both maps. So congratulations, and congratulations on the first win, and I'm sure it won't be the last if you guys just continue to play so great.
Thank you. Yeah, Thank you. That's something we worked on a lot, is just making sure we're in range of tank.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Good decision.
You guys did great. Do you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, sure. US Army Esports, thanks. Good games. Very sweaty matches, in particular the first one, like almost 30 minutes. Game 1 is kind of wild. And big shout out, of course, to the team. And I think especially for this particular match, this guy in particular I thought his play was really, really excellent. I think everyone played well, but I think in particular, the Garrosh was really, really nasty.
So maybe considering MVP for this guy?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, this guy 100% in my heart and mind. He is the MVP.
Yeah.
So.
Is he single? Sorry, it was such great plays. It was just so hot.
It was really great, confident Garrosh playing.
Guys making the ladies swoon.
Exactly. Keep it up. Oof. He's a king.
All right.
His ego is going to get even bigger now. We better watch out.
Gotta be careful there.
I also have to compliment that Brightwing.
Both of you for casting.
Yeah, the Brightwing was also clutch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Game 1.
Of course.
Really good saves.
I was so excited to cast you guys tonight, and also the team you were playing for multiple reasons. So yeah, thanks for having us. We are here to support the team. So great plays. Yeah. GG's. Well done to both teams.
If you guys have an opening, we have a game tomorrow again.
Unfortunately, I am also playing an NGS game tomorrow.
It's fine. Skip it.
Good
luck
to you too.
We're supposed to be spreading the wonderfulness that is Ian's Hill. So
yes.
Sarah just wants you to get your mug. He wants you to get. He's like that all important mug for that all important coffee.
Exactly.
No, I would say honestly,
both are coffee snobs.
I'm
so
just thinking
it's true. I am a coffee snob. Oh, I think I left my beans in my roaster. It's fine. The roaster turns off
no.
automatically. Oh,
Oh,
reported.
God.
Rip.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
All right, guys. Thanks so much. What a great
Thank you.
match.
All right,
Thank
Thanks
Duudettes.
again, and thanks again to U.S. Army Esports.
Yeah.
Very good match.
And
Yeah.
thank you for you guys for casting our game.
Yeah, of course.
course.
Have a good night, you
All right.
all.
Thank you.
Bye.
Okay.
You too.
Bye.
We'll go to.
Yeah, let's go ahead and switch over. What lobby were we in? We were in casting lobby 1.
Like, I moved first.
All right, end of stream. Oh, I got to turn on my camera. Reported.
Reported.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate spending this evening with you all. Duudettes, do you have any closing comments for our audience?
I just, congratulations on Team TBD for getting out their first win. U.S. Army Esports, you guys did incredible. Keep working at it. Keep up the good work. The season is young, so anything can happen.
Exactly.
So I say let's just keep powering on and see what brings next week on the Nexus Gaming Series.
All right, GG and well played, and have a good night.
Good
See y'all on
night.
the Nexus.
Bye.
Bye.